It's Week 10 of the NFL, and all eyes are on Jared Goff. He's currently third in the NFL in passing yards. It's the Lions and the Niners on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete.
From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. That's a short one, caught by Laporta. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's the Lions punt team now. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. They're led out by the last pick of the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able to establish, he rode that to the final whistle. They had an answer for everything the defense threw at him. If he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, it's going to be a hard group to beat.
Throwing on second down is Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. As we check the league leaders in passing yards, you can see he is right up there among the best in the NFL. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. That's into traffic, but taken in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. They run out of the gun with Brooks. And he's near the first down, stopped a little short of the 40. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. He's got his tight end, that's Laporta. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. They send a receiver in motion left. On play action, Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. That's to the big tight end, Laporta. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. On second down, it's Brooks. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. Here's a third down and 4.
Brings up third and 4.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That one on target for Williams. He's got it.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
On first down, it's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. Second and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Here's a handoff to Brooks. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And that's gonna lead to a fourth down. They'll try it now with Brooks. And he's going to have the Lions first down. He gets more than he needs. 4 yards picked up on 4th and 2.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They put a receiver in motion to the left. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Catch is made. That is Williams. And the Lions are going to be looking at a first and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
That's another Lions.
They'll go play action with... Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Going in the wrong direction. Now second and goal from the 12. To throw is Goff. This one caught at the 4.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. They'll go once more from the 3. Third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Lions will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And he's made a big impact in the passing game. As you look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, his name right there at the top. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. They need 2. Here's Purdy. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a 1st down.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands, I can do some things.
A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Aiden Hutchinson, the former 1st rounder, in on the tackle. Here's 3rd and 7. Purdy works out of the pistol. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 15 yards through the air. 1st down, 49ers.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, 2 things need to happen. 1, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. And we try to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. Into space. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum building.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. This one taken at the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Niners offense getting set to get back to work. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Now Purdy. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Shotgun snap to Purdy. On the quick slant, this is caught by Pearsall. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. They motion the slot man left. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
This is taken at his own 30. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Lions offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and we'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Goff. Open man, right side. He's got it. 13 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Detroit.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. The Lions called their 1st timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams.
After that 1st down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Goff. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the 2nd look, and indeed this call will be overturned. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
So often these defenses come into the game, Mike, and when they build their pass defense plan, there's tight ends, there's receivers. There's so many weapons that these offenses around the league have at their disposal. It could be easy sometimes to not account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what happened here. Easy throw, get it into the hands of one of the most dynamic guys on the field, and let them do the rest after the catch, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Niners offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this 1st half. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Here's Jordan Stout now, as he is on to punt it away for San Francisco. And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started with a couple of teams that are combined 0-8 in Super Bowls. Minnesota hosting Buffalo, and it's the Bills with the lead in the second quarter. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Bryce Young with 2 touchdown passes there. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. He's got a touchdown through the air as his guys have raced out to a gigantic early lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He'll go left side here and complete this one. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Number 14 with a pickup of 14. And a first down.
With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time by talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones, and saw a great example of it here, laying out, going down to get this ball, holding on through contact with the ground, and it's a big-time play.
Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Purdy again. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
A gain of 12. First down, 49ers.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. A toss left side, caught by his running back. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Purdy gonna put it up again. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Terrion Arnold.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
At the 39-yard line.
To throw is Goff. Quick throw, taken in. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 2nd down, Goff gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he will have the 1st down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. To the right side here, pass is caught.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards, an easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger.
To the back of the end zone, he's got it. Jahmyr Gibbs, touchdown Lions. Extra point coming now from Brown. His kick is good. And the Lions are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Purdy. Over the middle to Ayuk, complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's a gain of 10. And the 49ers first down.
They'll run here with McCaffrey. Past midfield to the 45. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
He's brought down by Terrion.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Purdy. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a...
Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He's got it inside the 5. And he will score. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. Here's Purdy. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
This taken at the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing here is Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
3rd down, 3 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw is Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of play. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Give it up the middle to Brooks. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Another try with Brooks. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. 3rd and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
On third down, here's Brooks.
Another carry for the running back. He's taken down at the 50-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
The Lions will punt this ball away. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The 49ers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense, and it's almost becoming to the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. To throw, Purdy. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. Here's Purdy. Able to complete it to Ayuk. And he's going to have the 49ers 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down. Tight end going in motion here. Throwing again is Purdy. That's hauled in once again. It's Ayuk. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw once more, it's Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's a handoff. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line. They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think fortunately, this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. When that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Working free downfield, it is Williams. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 82 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Here's Brown on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Purdy to throw. That's caught by McCaffrey. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Now a 3rd and 2. Moving the tight end right. Purdy now on 3rd and 2. And he's going to have enough for a first down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
A gain of 5. First down, 49ers.
Purdy works out of the pistol. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the air again is Purdy. He'll complete that to his fullback. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Purdy again. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll send a tight end in motion. Back to the air is Purdy. Caught. This is Ayuk. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
The connection made to Ayuk. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. They'll throw again with Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Purdy gonna put it up again. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. They need 2. Here's Purdy. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Here's 1st and 10. A run with Brooks to begin this drive. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Lions. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.